What's up, everyone? It's Forgotten Circus. So I'm going to be doing my episode 4 review of Skeleton Crew, which is one of the better shows on television, hands down. It's absolutely adorable. It makes you believe in Star Wars again and how fun it was when even yourself was a child. So, all right. So we all know they're trying to find Adam, the crew. They're trying to get there. And, Jude Law is doing, and I can't say his name. So I'll just keep saying Jude Law. But I like how they're just all lost together. It's almost like a Lost in Space adventure mixed with the Goonies, mixed with Star Wars. It's just taking it's bringing the fun back to Star Wars, you know? So they get to the world and they're like, yeah, we're going to add Adam. Finally, they got the coordinates. And now, so apparently they get to a planet that is Adam or Adam. So it's like it seems like these planets were seeded throughout the. See, this is what I like about this show because it's showing you a different side of the Star Wars universe. Because I mean, if you think about it, in the Star Wars universe that we know, I mean, it's vast. The Empire, the Republic, it's very vast. So there's way different planets out there, which makes this absolutely hilarious. Because what if it's just like you got what we know of, and then these other planets, like, oh, yeah, those planets. It's one of those. But so they get there, and there's obviously there's an uprising, rebellion. It's kind of ripped, torn, and shattered, and you got the crew, skeleton crew, the kids. And I like how Fern steps up and like, I still don't trust you. I still don't think you're a Jedi. And who knows? I think it's great the mystery of Jude Law's character not being a Jedi or maybe being a Jedi or can use a Force. I like it. And I like his quirky personality. It's pretty funny, especially with him and the robot. So they're like, we're gonna go explore, you know. And then Jude Law is like, oh yeah, well, okay. So they're like, no, still don't trust you. So the robot, what is his name again? The robot. But the two of them together, when the kids actually go forward and actually go into further in on the planet, the two of them with the babysitter thing was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. But so they run into a rebel faction because it seemed like there's remnants of another faction that's over there. And I like how the kids cannot pick up that little girl's accent. That was a gem. It was so funny. They were like, Tulik. And they're like, what? Twig. What? Yeah, because it'd be like anybody else's reaction, like, what are you saying? I don't understand what's going on right now, which was pretty funny. And then she took out the helmet and said, what are they, Torque or Twig? Torque? The people of the planet. And they start to notice that this planet is exactly like their planet, just in shambles. So it seems like there's been test planets. Whoever's doing it, Jedi, Sith, or whoever, has seeded these planets and see what works and what has failed. That's why at Adam instead of Adam is so important because it's like the jewel of the old republic. So a lot of this stuff happened because it seems like they've been fighting this war for a long, really, really long time. So we get that, and then we go to the rebel base, and then Fern's like, I'm the captain, and what's the name? What is her name? One of the rebels. Forgot her name. But yeah, it's her father, and her father's leading a rebellion against who we don't know. And they keep talking about there's this other place on that planet. Oh man, I forgot the name. But I just watched it, so I'm doing my review straight off of just watching. So anyway, they're like, oh yeah, we treat kids like grown-ups, you know what I mean? Pretty respectable. And yeah, we're all even ground. So I did like how the kids were like, oh, okay. And so they're like, we're gonna train you. And Neil is hilarious. Like he is, I don't know, he beating out Grogu, man. He beating out Baby Yoda. because Neil he makes sense. The character is awesome. The voice to the character is great, and he's my favorite in the show. To be honest with you, is Neil. Whatever you can say, he's Max Rebo's descendant, grandson, whatever, but he is friggin' absolutely a gem. And by the way, Neil can get all the ladies. So let's put that out there. Neil bagging everybody. And that one furry girl that's on his planet on at Adam, she got some competition because Neil is racking up the bags over the galaxy right now. That dude is big pimping right now. So, but we get to the part where they're like, all right, we trained you, now you got to go into battle, and the crew's like, what are we doing? And I like how they tell, no, you guys are, we treat everybody the same here, but you guys are the new breeds, and like, what do we get? It's like an Indiana Jones adventure. Seriously, Fern is literally like Han. It's like an Indiana Jones adventure mixed with Star Wars. I love it. It brings back the magic to Lucasfilm and Star Wars in the TV show. So they're like, yeah, you got to go first. And then they're like, all right, you're definitely going to go. Or not. So then they go, and then all of a sudden you see that, Jude Law had one part where he was the other side, the other rebels, or the other faction is over there, and they run into Jude Law, and he's like, oh man, just please shoot me, or I can't do this anymore. And apparently he gets out of it and comes back and rescues everybody. He's like, oh yeah, they're not a problem. And all he did was steal the credits and pay him off, which was pretty funny because you were like, man, maybe he used some Jedi stuff in your head. You know what I mean? With this character, you're like, oh yeah, he probably went there. They're probably going to show it. No, he paid him off with credits. So that's why I like the mystery of Jude Law's character. That is absolutely hilarious. You don't know what he's doing or who he is, but obviously he's good at wheeling and dealing, So then they're like, okay, so yep, well that's it. And then Neil with his girl, what was the name? The Turk or Neil, man. Neil is like Rico Suave. That dude has straight game, no cap, none. He has none. And I like how Neil like expressed like, come with us. It was way better. He's sweet talking to her. So at least he got one thing planted over there. He got one side piece over there. Good for you, Neil. Good for you. Because on your planet, they call you a nerd and geek, and throughout the galaxy, you are the man. So, and then she doesn't go. She's like, maybe one day. So we got that. So then we get back to, they find the temple that supposedly has all the coordinates. So they see Adam. There was a bunch of them, Adams and Akams and whatever. So it seems like somebody had set, and this is the roadmap. And then you get to the part where here's kind of the cliffhanger of the episode. It's been etched off. So Neil yet again finds it. And it's been etched off, whatever. And then we come to find out it was actually the droid that did it. And I guess the original captain that got to Adam. So it's still probably in his brain somewhere. That's why. And I like the scene with Fern when she's like, I don't know what we're doing. We're in too far. And then she just snaps out of it. Like, hey, the only way we're going to be able to get back is actually if we have to do grown people thinking. We're not kids anymore. We lost that when we left at Adam. And I did like the performance of the actress herself with Wim. And Wim is great. He's funny, like Wim. And KB. Does KB still seen like every single time besides Neil? I really like KB because KB's always thinking rationally. She's like, I don't know about this. Yeah, but she's got her softer side too. And now she's starting to realize that, oh, I'm not all like a machine and everything I do. Actually, it's okay, but then they see it as scratched off, and then the robot attacks him because apparently the pirate or the captain of the last ship had like a little failsafe. But then again, Jude Law comes through and he turns the robot off. So that part right there was it definitely that droid definitely knows. It knows. So you just got to get it out of them. So they're kind of stuck there. The episode kind of ends, and then, man, Neil been putting in all their work. He gets tired, man. But I like how this show is going. I really enjoy it. I'm glad it's 8 episodes. I would have loved 12. But the way they're doing it, they are shorter episodes, but they're actually covering everything in that amount of time, which I like. And the Kids Are a Gem, I have no problem with this show. I think that we need more seasons of it. At least greenlight it for 3 to 4. Because you could still do this after The Mandalorian Grogu. Now, I don't know if it's going to tie into that. We will see if it's going to actually tie into that. I hope it does. And I hope we can get all of them together. Could you imagine this crew? If you're watching this and love the show, like I do, could you imagine this crew, the skeleton crew, with the Mandalorian and Grogu? Adorableness meter off the chain. Let's bring the magic back. It's a great show. I have nothing but positive things to say about this, and I hope the ratings go up on this because it's for everybody. It's for everybody, the show. Doing a really good job. But I don't know. It's just one of those gems, isn't it? But anyway, tell me what you this was my little review, spoiler review, obviously, of episode 4. It seems like every episode gets better and better. There was one that slipped, but every episode keeps getting better and better. And I really do want to see where we're going with this. And I do want to unlock the mystery of these different worlds that were set up that are outside of the Empire of the Republic, like hidden, and who did it. And I think we're going to get into that, but I think they can space that out a little bit longer, with the show if they actually do more seasons. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe and comment. And I do mean everyone. Everyone!